Welcome or welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another book video. It's been a while since I done my last book video, but I was in the mood today. Also, I didn't post last week because I'm having a little bit of trouble editing the videos that I've already recorded, so just patience please. I promise I have very nice videos coming, and yeah, I'm just going to try and edit this one before the end of the week. So these are books that I've acquired in the last couple of months mostly. I feel like I haven't really done a book haul or a book unboxing or any video of this kind in a while, and I was in the mood to do one today. So when I saw the sun shining, I was like, okay, I need to record now. And then the sun left, and this is the lighting that we're left. So we're going to deal with it. These books, some of them I bought, some of them were bought for me as presents from my boyfriend, my brothers. Some of them, like actually one of them, it's a present from me to my brother. But because we shared the bookshelf, like we both share the same bookshelf, so it's also mine in a way. So I'm just going to show you. It's a little bit of everything. There is also a book that is actually older. I got it a while ago, but I wanted to talk about it. These are not all the books that I've gotten recently though. There have been more, but the issue is that I'm not going to talk about every single book that I've bought in the last year, because that would be a really long video and a really big haul. I'm going to talk about the ones that just came to mind when I was doing this video. But yeah, just so you know, like my boyfriend bought me other books and I got other books in other ways, so we're just going to focus on the ones that I have here. And hopefully a new TBR is coming soon, because I'm in the mood to do another one of those videos. So hopefully I will do a spring TBR soon. Let's get into it then. So the first one that I have is the oldest one, that it's actually not like a new book. I actually got this book from a man on a plane when I was in my way back to Ireland from Brussels the first time. Of course, in the last year I've gone to Belgium a lot of times because Leonard lives there and we are having a long distance relationship. Therefore, he comes here, I go there. There's a lot of back and forth. Our footprint, when it comes to the planes, right now is horrible. But the thing is, the first time I went to Belgium, I went with some friends. I actually also did a vlog with, so you can go watch that if you're interested. But basically, this dude in the plane on the way back started talking to me, and I was like, oh, okay. And I started talking to him, and he was Irish, and so he was actually asking me also about what I was studying, what I was doing with my life. And I told him that I'm studying modern languages and that I am hopefully going to be a translator someday. Because, you know, I'm not a fan of being a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher, but translation seems like something I can do. So I'd be willing to work as a translator. And he gave me this book. Actually, like when the plane stopped and the plane landed, he got this book out of his suitcase and gave it to me. And it's called This Little Art by Kate Briggs. And I literally have never heard of this book until this man gave it to me. But based on what it says in the back, it says, an essay with the reach and momentum of a novel. Kate Briggs' This Little Art is a gender-bending song for the practice of literary translation, offering fresh, fierce, and timely thinking on reading, writing, and living with the works of others. Sir, why were you carrying this book? Like, because this dude just pulled it out of his suitcase and gave it to me. And it's actually, like, he didn't even finish it. There is... Every day, my phone gives me a new headache. Like, I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to buy a camera. One of these days. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about this one. Basically, I'm so confused about why this dude was taking this book on a trip from Belgium to Dublin when he was Irish. I don't know, it's just like a lot of coincidences, and also like a fucking bookmark with a quote by James Joyce, which at the time I was reading a book by James Joyce. I was reading Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man for class. So this was like super confusing to me, but also super nice in a way, but weird. So yeah, just I wanted to talk about this. I don't know if I've ever said this story ever here. So then the next oldest book here, it's probably Blue Sisters by Coco Malors. And my brothers gave me this one. We usually gift each other books, and this is the one that they got me. I am a little bit bothered by the size of it because it's massive. So like, it's not like I'm going to find such a massive edition of Cleopatra and Frankenstein. So if I ever get Cleopatra and Frankenstein, like they are going to be different sizes. But yeah, so I do not know what it is about. It's been on my TBR and I still haven't picked it up. I really love the cover though. The cover is stunning. Like this one and one of Cleopatra and Frankenstein, I feel like the covers are so stunning. I really like this style of covers. And it's about some sisters. That's as far as I know. which, based on the title, I guess you also knew that much. We're going to the next one. The next one, I think, should be the ones that I just got on my last trip to Ghent, because I just went to Ghent for a couple of days, and we also went to Antwerp. That's one of the videos that is coming. And I got 3 books while I was there. So the first 2 I got secondhand, or like in this bookshop that also has like last editions or like editions that are not printed anymore, but like that the book publishers want to get rid of. And I got from Wordsworth Classics, I got the complete poems of Oscar Wilde and the complete poems of Emily Dickinson. I do not really read poetry that much, okay? I'm going to be honest here. And I think that the last poetry that I read was like Rupi Kaur or something, Milk and Honey. But yeah, did I get this because they were absolutely stunning? Yes. Do I also want to actually read them and see if I can get into poetry? Because a lot of people I know are into poetry. Like, I'm studying literature, so therefore I'm in contact with people who love poetry. And I just don't get it. I don't know why. I don't get it. So we are going to give these ones a try. See if I like any of the poems. But I don't really know how I should read poetry. If you have any tips on how to read poetry, please comment down below. Because I really want to get into it. I love reading and I feel like I would like it if I were able to get into it. So just comment it down below and we will see if I'm able to read this and enjoy it. That's the most important part. And then the other book that I got, this one is not secondhand, but it's Heaven by Mieko Kawakami. And I'm right now reading Breasts and Eggs by Mieko Kawakami. So when I saw it in the bookstore, I decided to get it. There were so many books in Ghent and in Antwerp that I wanted to get. I'm kind of like excited but scared for next year because I'm planning on moving there next year. And like, I cannot be buying books every 2 seconds. I think this is like 2 kids that end up being friends and then they turn out to be lovers. I don't really know. I'm reading Breasts and Eggs and I am reading it slowly, but I am still like, I don't know how I would describe that one either. But I want to get more into Japanese literature. I feel like the only one that I've read that is Japanese literature is Kazuo Ishiguro. And it was pretty hit or miss. I read a book by him. It was Clara and the Sun. I liked that one a lot. But then I read another one, which is The Buried Giant, and I didn't like that one so much. So I don't know. I think I should try with other authors too. And this one seems like a very short, very sweet book. So we will see. And then I also have a book that I didn't really get. It's not technically mine, but I'm going to show you. So this book is my boyfriend's mom's recommendation. And it's about Chinese women. The stories of 3 Chinese women. Or that's what I understand based on the spine, which is 3 Chinese women. Yeah, 3 daughters of China. Okay. But yeah, this book is called Wild Swans by Jung Cha, and my boyfriend's mom bought it and she read it and she actually really liked it. So she recommended it to me. It's pretty old book at this point, but I'm really excited to see if I can read it and comment it with her. I think that would be really sweet to just have something to talk to with her. And then another Oscar Wilde thing that we have here is like this little novella. These are like the little black penguin classics, and these are like, I don't know exactly what the point of these ones are, but basically this is just quote at this point. And this is also by Oscar Wilde. It's called Only Dull People Are Brilliant at Breakfast. The back only says Wilde's celebrated witticism and the dangers of sincerity duplicitous biographers, the stupidity of the English, and his own genius. Have I read The Picture of Dorian Gray? No, I want to read that. I need to buy that book and annotate it because I feel like I would really like to annotate that book. So I'm waiting for that. And temporarily I'm buying everything else that I find apparently. And now, since we are into classics, we are going to keep going with the classics that I have. So then I have these Letters to Milena by Franz Kafka. In the last February favorites that I posted, I actually talked about how I was reading this, but I decided to buy the physical copy. I'm still on the middle of it basically. I'm on page 20 or something. I'm not that far along. But I decided to get it because I feel like on my Kindle it was not detecting the end of each letter. So I was half of the time leaving the letters halfway through, and I don't really love that for me. So I just decided to get this edition secondhand. Is from Vinted, and just so that I can see where the letter ends and I can see how much I have to read to finish it. I still very much want to also read the Letters to the Father, but I am pretty happy with finding this one on Vinted. I'm hopeful that I will one day find the Letters to the Father also on Vinted, that I don't have to pay like the 20 euro that is this edition. I don't want to pay 20 euro for this book. So I'm going to keep reading it, and it will at some point come up in a February not February, but like in a favorites of the month or something, because I am really enjoying it. It's just I really needed to have it on like printed edition. It also smells a little bit weird though. Then I have other classics. So I have A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf. I feel like I've already said this, but I've been feeling really in the mood of reading something that feels a little bit more intellectual. And I am a feminist. I identify as a feminist, so this makes sense to read in a way. I never read anything by Virginia Woolf, but this is basically what people still to this day consider the feminist manifesto in a way. And it's based on the idea of what would have happened if Shakespeare's sister, was it Shakespeare's? I think it was Shakespeare's. There would have also had a room of her own for her to write. Would she be the one who is recognized? Would she be her talent that it's the one known? Would she be the Shakespeare that we know? I think that's what the point of it is. I haven't actually started reading it. It will be in a TBR soon. See, that's why I said like earlier, like, oh, I want to make another TBR video. And because of all these books that I got on the meantime that are not in the TBR, because I didn't actually read them yet, or like I didn't get them at the time when I did the TBR. Also, in the same order, I ordered that one and The Outsider by Albert Camus. I do not know what this is about, but I know that Carmen, my friend Carmen, read it and she liked it, so hopefully I will like it too. So the back says Meursault will not conform. When his mother dies, he refuses to show his emotions simply to satisfy the expectations of others. And when he commits a random act of violence on the sun-drenched beach, his lack of remorse only compounds his guilt in the eyes of society and the law. I actually got this edition because I liked the cover more than the one that says The Stranger by Albert Camus, because this book is called either The Outsider or The Stranger, which, funny enough, okay, when I tell you this, you're going to be like, bruh, you're so stupid. But like, okay, look at it from my perspective, okay? So I've known about this book for a very long time. But for some reason, in my mind, Albert Camus was Catalan. He is not. He's French-Algerian. Like, his family is French, but he was born in Algeria. But for some reason, Camus sounded Catalan to me. So it's like, okay, so the Spanish translation might be better or more accurate or more close to what he actually wanted to say. But I don't read in Spanish anymore that much. Anyway, so it's like, actually, what do? Do I read in Spanish? And then I don't know how it came to me that like he was not Catalan, but like I'm not lying. Like, I've been thinking that this man was Catalan for years. And just to finish with all the books that are from the same edition, I also have Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, and I do not know what this book is about. I haven't started reading it. I have to read it this week probably though, because this is a read for class. So yeah, I'm having this class on contemporary novel and they told us to read this book. Doesn't really have much else, that one. And another classic, and the last one, I promise, is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. In the same subject as Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, we have to read White Sargasso Sea, which is a retelling of Jane Austen, or the story like told from another character's perspective, something like that. I haven't read Jane Eyre ever because in the first year I was actually in the Basque class, and in the Basque class we read 1984 instead of Jane Eyre. But because I might as well read this one, since I have to know about the way that the retelling is made. So I might as well read this one. And actually, I'm already on page 129, and I want to show you my bookmark, which my boyfriend gave this one to me. I think he found it in Poland when he went, and he bought it for me, and I have it in every single book that I read. Not in every single one, because I think I'm reading like 7 books at the same time, but I always have it in one of the books that I'm reading. So yeah, I really like it. Just wanted to show it to you. And talking about my boyfriend, I have here 2 books that he bought for me. So first off, there is my Valentine's present, which was Deep End, and I really like this one. This one I already read, but because it's a haul, it's just showing the books that I got, not the books that I've read or haven't read. So I really liked it actually. I know that a lot of people are saying that it was too long. I didn't really mind. I feel like it was long. I felt that it was long, but I was not in any rush to finish it. I was actually enjoying myself quite a lot while I was reading it, and yeah. So it's about a diver and a swimmer, and basically they're both into a certain thing when it comes to having sex. So they actually kind of connect through that, and they end up having a relationship. And I just know that Ali Hazelwood really loves creating like these nerdy men who are obsessed with their girlfriends, and I really liked it. I feel like it's copy and paste every time in a way, like the men, the girls more or less too, but I feel like most of Ali Hazelwood's men are a copy and paste. And strangely enough, I didn't like the love hypothesis, but I've liked everything else that she's come up with, so I'm just going to keep reading her. And this year she has 2 other books coming out that I will 100% read. I'll 100% get the moment that they come out, but I don't know if I'll get them or I'll read them on Kindle or something. But yeah, I really actually like her books. And then there is another book that my boyfriend bought for me, which is Kim Yi-young, born 1982. And this book she got for me in the last time I was in Ghent. We were in this bookstore, which is Paard van Troje. Maybe I just butchered the Dutch language. I don't care. Okay, we're going to ignore it. And so we were in this bookstore that I really like. I feel like when I'm living there, I'm just going to go every single day. Probably not, because that will not be good for my wallet or my mental health, but I really like this bookstore. So we went, and I went again last weekend when I was there. I've been going there consistently. And I saw this book and I heard of this book, and I was like, oh, actually I really want to read this book. And everyone was like, okay, then get it. And I was like, no, I don't need to buy another book. Strangely enough, after this one I bought so many others, but no, I don't need to buy another book. I think I'm going to pass, because yeah. And my boyfriend was like, no, you should get it if you want it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to put it back. And my boyfriend was like, okay, I'm going to get it for you. And I was like, yay. So he got it for me, and I still haven't read it. I feel so bad every time he gets books for me and I haven't read them. Like, there are several books that like he bought either for my birthday or for just because, that I still haven't read. So I feel so bad, but like I really want to read it. It's just, it's never the perfect time. I have to stop doing this. Like, I'm always like, oh, it's never the perfect time, I'm not in the mood, I'm not whatever. I just have to sit down and read the book and see if I like it. Probably not read the book in one sitting. I'm quite a slow reader, but I just have to get to it, you know? And then there is Onyx Storm, and this is another book that's not technically mine. So I bought this book for my brother for Christmas. I got the hardback because I actually got him, no, not for Christmas, it was for his birthday. Yeah, I actually got him last year when I was in London. Fourth Wing and Ironstorm. The Ironstorm. Okay, ignore me trying to look at it as if I'm wearing my glasses, which I'm not, so I cannot see what it says, but okay. Anyway, so I got him the other 2 last year when I was in London, because they had them in the works, so I just got them. And this year I had to order it on Amazon, and it was so much more expensive, but yeah, I got it anyway. And I still haven't read it. I read the other 2 in the series, but I haven't heard good things about this one. I feel like with Fourth Wing there was this high, very high, and then for some reason the other one fell very short to people's expectations. And I haven't heard anything about this one. I feel like a lot of people might have been disappointed with the second one and didn't read this one or something. It's in my TBR in a way. It's like a book that I will want to read at some point, but I'm not really itching for it right now. And lastly, I have another fantasy series, which is The Poppy War. And I bought this one because I'm planning on using it for my thesis in a way, and I actually bought all of them. Like, I bought the box set because it ended up being cheaper. Okay, let's see if we can finish the video now. I have approximately like 10 minutes to record, and then my phone is going to run out of storage again. As you can see, I have a very lovely relationship with my phone. This happens like every single time I try to record. Yeah, I was with this one and I showed you this. And actually I bought it as a box set because it was cheaper than just buying this one and then like hopefully buying the other 2 in the future. And it came with a map. Like, it's a big ass map of like stuff that I don't know because I haven't read the series yet. But yeah. And I don't really have much else to say. I'm going to use this book probably for my thesis, and if you want a video on my thesis on like everything, I might do one after I finish it, so just comment if you're interested in that. That was it. I'm going to put all the books here so that you can see them. This is it for today's video. I'll have soon coming other book videos. Yeah, if you like this video, you may consider subscribing, because for you it's not much and for me it will make my day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!